Hello and welcome to Kim's Kitchen. Thanks for clicking on this video and be sure to check out my other socials in the description box below. If you like this video and you think it's a good one, please give it a comment and give it a thumbs up. Also check out the rest of my videos that I started in July. Now today I'm going to be making Philly cheat steaks. So this is kind of an economical meal and we feed a lot of people around here. So let's be real, we all need to kind of watch our pennies on certain grocery items and certain times of the week or certain times of the month when you know that you have to be careful on your pennies. So today I'm going to be using some Kraft provolone cheese, some Jimmy Dean bacon. I've got some Hy-Vee green beans because those are my kids' favorite, just green beans in a can. I do have fresh green beans in the garden, but nope, they don't like them. I have some tomatoes for me, peppers and onions, and some Monterey fresh cut mushrooms, and some ground beef that we always buy a whole beef at the end of the year. So in September, I purchase a beef from a local farmer and have it processed at the locker near me. And then I also get good bread for these. So we're gonna head out to the Black Stone and that's where I'm gonna cook them today. So make sure you check it out and keep watching. Right now, I'm gonna start dicing up my items and since I have several people around, not everybody likes them all the same. So I'm gonna show you on the Black Stone how we can make several meals that isn't too difficult and that way everybody gets a little bit of what they like. So keep watching. I'm gonna go ahead and start prepping my vegetables before I go outside and get on the grill. I think we talked about before different ways that you could clean a pepper or clean different vegetables. This time I cut the top off. If you want the insides out with the membrane and the seeds, I'm just gonna cut it like that. And look at that, you just pull the whole thing out, throw it in my sink where my garbage disposal is, and then I'll cut it down this, and I'll cut out a little bit more that I don't really like in there. Like that white stuff, that's not very yummy to me. So I make sure that I get that all out. So that's just an easy way to do it. And I never want to really waste anything. So I cut around the stem and I use those pieces and chop those up. When I throw stuff over there, I really am throwing it in the sink. I'm not just throwing it on the floor. But it's easier just to get it out of my way. Now I'm the only one that really likes peppers. My girls do, but I am going to want my peppers in the Philly cheat steaks. So I'm going to julienne them out. Julienne means you take the length of the pepper and you cut it the long way. So you can kind of cut them however, but if I cut them like this and I have too many in, it's easy for people to pick them out. My kids to pick them out, how's that? Notice I don't have any green peppers on because I think I've told you in the past that I don't like green peppers. So I'm just making all of my orange and my red ones. I'm gonna julienne them out. I'm only gonna use a couple and then I'm going to also cut up this onion. Now if these little square pieces, I don't julienne them, I just obviously cut them up because I don't wanna waste them and I use them. They still taste good, they just won't be if I was doing this for a catering or for dinner for people coming over, I would probably put them off to the side and use them for something else, just because it looks better when it's all uniform and everything is cut the same. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do my onion. Now if you recall my lesson at lunch where I put the wet rag or the wet cloth, I'm using a paper towel, on the side of my cutting board, so that way I don't cry when I cut my onion. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the onion. I cut the ends off, and then I always like to take that skin off. I think everybody does. I don't know anyone that eats the skin of an onion, but sometimes I get too much of it off. But I'm just taking this off right here, and I'll throw this in the sink. And again, so this time I'm going to cut the onion in half, like that, and then I'm going to cut it this way, and I'll break it up. I'm using a red onion because that's what I had. Right? You can use a Vidalia onion, you can use a white onion, you can use whatever onion you want. Again, this is kind of an economical meal for me, so I'm just kind of using what I had. Now the peppers are actually not even super fresh anymore. They're ones that have been on my kitchen counter for probably, I don't know, 4 days or so. And so I'm cutting them up and I'll saute them, and you won't be able to tell a difference. Actually, they were probably on my counter since Monday, so almost 6 days. And then I'm gonna cut this. I'm gonna break these onions apart, and that way when I throw them on the Black Stone, I want to get them all nice and soft. I do not like a raw onion at all. I like a sauteed onion. I like it cooked. I like it where, I think it maybe is a texture. I don't know. It tastes kind of crunchy to me and I don't like that. It's awful strong, I think. But if you notice, I'm not even crying. And I swear on a stack of Bibles, it's this wet rag sitting on my cutting board. It's awesome. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this burger on the griddle. I've got 2 pounds here. So, I guess I should have taken that off in the kitchen, but I didn't. So I've got a couple pounds here and I am going to split it in them and then I'm going to chop it up just like I'm browning burger, right? So, I just want to get some loose meat going. And then I'm going to, right now I'm going to put a little salt and pepper on it. Quite a bit actually, because it's burger and it needs a little extra flavor. I don't put a whole lot of pepper because when pepper gets hot, and if it doesn't get ground into the meat well, and it goes directly to the grill and then onto the meat, it burns. Like pepper is a, and then it gets kind of a bitter taste. So I try not to do that, especially if I have a fresh cracked pepper. Then I just don't even use pepper at all. All right. So I have my ground beef over here grilling up, and I'm going to brown that and get it cooking. While that goes on, I am going to put a little olive oil down, and in that right corner, I'm going to make sure that my griddle on this side is turned down. So I've got that pretty low, and I've got this on between medium and high. So my right side of my grill is low, my middle is in between, in the middle, and the left side is pretty high. Now, if you get your grill too hot, I always keep a bottle of water, and I just throw it on there, right? Woo! There's more oil on there because I just seasoned it, so that's what that is. So now I am going to throw these onions on there. I think I've talked in the past how much I like sauteed onions. So I'm the only one that likes peppers and onions in mine. I like peppers, onions, and mushrooms in mine. Tony and the girls, they like mushrooms. The boys, they don't like anything but cheese on them. Keely will even eat the little sauteed onions on hers. Probably Edie too if I didn't want to split it up. And they'll try anything. The other ones, they're kind of picky. So I'm being a nice mom and making things separate. But really with the Blackstone, it's no big deal because I have so much room on it, right? I just kind of have a lot going on. So there, we'll get that going here. And then I am going to do some green beans and bacon. So I am going to cook up this bacon. I couldn't decide if I was going to clip it and cut it and make it tiny pieces and just saute it. But I decided that I would just do it like this. Bacon was on sale this week, so I bought about 10 packages of bacon. So my bacon this week was only $2.98 for a 1 pound package. And if you guys buy bacon at all, you know that it's normally, I don't know, $6.98, $7.99. But this was Jimmy Dean, and it's actually really good. We like Jimmy Dean sausage, we like Jimmy Dean sausage too. I'm making bacon. So, but Kaden leaves for college tomorrow, so green beans and bacon is one of his favorite things. So that's why I'm making this. So I'm just going to let this all saute and cook up a little bit, and then I'll show you what I do next. Okay, take a look at my grill. So look at my burger. It's pretty much browned already. My sauteed onions and peppers are doing good. I put a little bit more bacon. The bacon, you all know bacon's really greasy, right? So it really puts a lot of grease on your griddle. So if you don't want that bacon fat to go into anything else, you either need to cook your bacon before and then clean your griddle, or you need to cook it after. Or like, I don't really care. So it's fine. Now I'm gonna throw these mushrooms on because Tony likes a little meat and little mushrooms with his. So we're gonna do these. And these don't take very long. So again, I'm gonna put a little olive oil on them, and I am going to salt them a little bit. Isn't this cool how it's easy to section everything off on the Blackstone? Nothing, I can make sure nothing really touches if I don't want it to. My peppers have plenty of space to cook. The bacon has plenty of space to cook. Then I'm gonna split it all up, and I'll do some meat and mushrooms. I'll do meat and peppers and onions. I'll do just plain meat. And then I will have those sections off, and then I'll throw the green beans on and mix them with the bacon. So we're gonna let this cook a little longer, and we'll get it all just right, and I'll show you how it works. Okay, so I've had everything cooking for a little while. I'm gonna clean off my grill. I already pulled that bacon off, so I took a little bit of the grease with it already. So I'm gonna clean that off. Nice little grease trap at the end there. That's a pretty good job, Blackstone. All right, so now I'm gonna split it up, right? So I'm gonna have just the meat one, that's for my boys. Then I'm gonna have just the mushroom one, and that is for Tony. And you know, it's too bad they don't like all of this other stuff with it, because, you know, your protein is always the most expensive part of your meal. And then, so if I add this stuff though, it gives me so much more. So I could make so many more sandwiches if the boys let me put stuff in theirs. But no, the girls are going to eat this with the peppers and the onions and mushrooms. They'll like it. So I'm gonna do that. So look at how much is there. Like, how awesome is that? So that is a lot. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. Here's Tony's in the middle. Can't get any onions in there. Gonna leave that. Here's the boys's. I didn't give them very much, did I? Oh well. So now I'm gonna throw this bacon back on the grill and let it, oh, I'm not. I forgot. I want to, I brought my kitchen scissors. I always just keep a pair. And I'm gonna cut this up so it is in little chunks. I have another pair of kitchen shears. I have several. I have some that I use for meat, some that I use for bacon, some that I use for cutting pizza sometimes, even if I don't have my pizza cutter somewhere. So I'm just gonna cut this up. Otherwise I would let it get crispy and then crunch it with the with my spatula, or otherwise I'll reach in and then I end up burning myself. So this I'm doing a little bit easier, quick and easy. Then I'll throw my I'll throw these scissors in the dishwasher and throw them back in the drawer. Oh, great. All right, so I'm gonna throw my green beans on here. One can I drained completely, and then one can I left the juice in. So that way I have a little bit of juice to heat them up. And you know, the green beans, they're canned green beans, right? So they're already cooked. It's not a big deal. All I have to have them do is warm up. So I'm sauteing those. And again, I got plenty of juice, so I'm gonna take it to the grease trap. So now I have this provolone cheese, and I am going to make 2 sandwiches here. One for Caden, one for Ian. Ooh, not very much. I guess I didn't do very good there, did I? Oh well. There, split those up. And I'll make Tony's like this. So I'm gonna put 2 pieces of cheese on each one. Maybe I'll end up making 1 sandwich out of that, I don't even know. But I bought the Kraft provolone slices, and we'll put them on here like this. So let them melt all over. But see how I just put it on top of the meat like it is? And then when I put it on the bun, I'll totally show you how easy it is. So let me put this on and let it melt. All right, I have the cheese on. I've already buttered my buns. I only have 3 buns buttered because I was only gonna do 3. But so I buttered my buns and I'm gonna put them on the flat top also and let them get a little toasty. And another great thing about the Blackstone is there a place for a paper towel holder. How great is that? I'll finish these up and then I'll probably put a couple more buns on with the butter, get it all nice and toasty. Love that. And I always like to feel them because I feel like if you don't do this a lot, all I want is to make sure that top, the thicker part of the bun, is hot. So if you do this, you can kind of tell. And my hands are clean and it's for my family, so I'm totally fine with touching it, right? A little different if I was cooking for others. All right, so I'm gonna take this middle one. If you see how nice and toasty that is, so I am going to take this middle one and I am going to put it on my tray. And now watch, I will just take this meat and cheese and throw it on the sandwich. And you know what? I think I'm gonna just do 2 of these and then I'm gonna put them both on one because that was not a very big one. So there we go. We got a nice Philly cheat steak. So that way, cheating meaning just in the expense of the meat. So let me, I'm gonna put this on and take it inside and we'll plate it up for us. Okay, I have them in now. We have mushrooms and onions, we have just mushrooms, we have meat and cheese, we have peppers, mushrooms and onions. I picked some peppers out because Keely said she just wanted mushrooms and onions, and since she's my editor, I figured I'd be nice and do that for her. They smell awesome, they look awesome. Our green beans and bacon is another favorite at our house. So this we call Philly cheat steaks. However, you could call them Philly cheap steaks because this meal is very inexpensive to feed all 6 of us. So green beans at Hy-Vee I got for probably 88 cents. The peppers were 2 for $4, which, you know, I always buy them anyway. So those are probably the most expensive thing. And the red onion, the buns were, you know, they were $3.99 for 6. I had the ground beef, and the bacon was on sale for $2.98. So I'm excited to eat our meal for the day. So thanks for watching and be sure to subscribe. Have a great day.